What's going on, ladies and gents? Dangerous Moose here, bringing you guys today some more Battlefield Hardline weapon review. And today's going to actually be a very different weapon review because I couldn't find the synthetic stats for the KSG 12. I looked all over for it. It wasn't under the Enforcer section. Some of the weapons were in the wrong sections, I noticed. So I was like, well, I don't actually know where to find these things. I looked across the internet and couldn't find another reliable source. So unfortunately, I guess this will just kind of be a general opinion expressing you how I feel about the gun, and really, hopefully, I hope you guys understand, because honestly, even without the stats, it's not hard to figure out that the gun wasn't the greatest. So let's go and talk about the KSG. KSG is a new shotgun that came in the Criminal Activity DLC, and it is designed by Keltec, and I really love the design of the KSG. I think it's a badass shotgun just the way it looks. Unfortunately, in Battlefield Hardline, it's not as badass as I want it to be. It has a slow pump time, it's awkward, the reload time is slow. Oh, well, slow for a shotgun, I guess. I guess it could be slower, but, you know, it's definitely something that it gets a little aggravating when you have such a high shell count and your reload's a bit slow. It definitely brings in those moments where you have to cancel a reload mid-process, and then you don't have as much shells as you want, but it's usually not a big deal. But then you have, on the other hand, which is a big deal, because unfortunately, unlike in Battlefield 4, we don't have the spring patch that came with, well, in Battlefield Hardline, we don't have the spring patch that came with Battlefield 4. I think I said that wrong the first time, my mistake. So, in the spring patch that came with Battlefield 4, we had the upgrade for shotguns that had their more pellet spread, but they did less damage, but it was way more reliable. As everyone knows now, shotguns are definitely a devastation to deal with in Battlefield 4. Unfortunately, we don't have that in a game like Hardline that needs close quarters orientation, because it's close quarters orientation, it's all about cops. Shotguns are kind of a big thing, and honestly, shotguns kind of suck. So I believe if this patch was in there, the KSG would be a lot better, but so would all the other shotguns. So once again, I don't feel like it would go up too much, but it would be nice for people that actually want to use the KSG, get a little bit better with it, and hopefully they would like to see their, you know, obviously a shotgun be more like a shotgun and devastate people in close range instead of stand there and get absolutely destroyed because you have like 4 pellets and 2 missed, and now the guy's still at 80 health and you're crying because the frustration of trying to get the footage. It was a real pain to get this footage, guys. The shotguns, you can just tell the difference. If you go between Hardline and Battlefield 4, you can tell which shotguns are clearly better, and I'm still questioning why we don't have shotguns, some of the patches that we got in Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline. It's confusing to me. I thought this was a thing that they promised, but there's a lot of things that they promised in Hardline, which is coming up in another video. Probably later this week or tomorrow. It really depends. So, more on the KSG. What would I recommend for you guys? Well, honestly, it's just really a sight of your preference or whatever else you can put on it. You could put the new breaching rounds on, but there's really no point of that. I put the full choke on, personally for myself, just to get a little bit long range and a tighter spread. But unfortunately, it does reduce your hip fire, I believe, or it reduced your fire. Sorry, I don't have the stats with me from Synthic, but there's a negative to it, and I would just recommend that, or a modified choke. It depends if you kind of want a best of both worlds kind of idea, half and half, I guess we'll say. And I even tried it with slugs. I'm not gonna lie, the slugs were kind of effective, but like I made on a video way back, they're not as effective as they were in Battlefield 3. There's just a lot of things that aren't effective as they should be in some of these games. It's really disappointing. It really does reflect on some guns where it's just whelming at this point, where guns just don't seem to work anymore, and they don't perform to your likings, and it just makes everyone a little bit more sour. So would I recommend the KSG? Sure, if you like the aesthetics, if you like the double, if you just like the KSG in general. It's not the worst shotgun, but at the same time, not all the shotguns are in the greatest state in Hardline, so I don't think it's really a horrible thing. You get a lot of ammo, and it could be worse, I guess we could say that. But it's definitely not bad. Sure, I'll keep using it. I'm going to be a stubborn asshole and keep using it because I just like the way it looks. I like the way the holographic sight sits on it, and I don't know why, so whenever I usually pick up Hardline now, and I want to use the shotgun, I'll probably throw on that. But there's a couple more Hardline videos coming up this week. Things to do, things to talk about, just some general stuff. It's been kind of a slow week with gaming news and things to talk about. I'm playing a lot of other games, so I really don't want to upload because it will throw off the genre of kind of my channel. I've been uploading some other games. Like, I try and keep it within the first-person genre, at least on my channel. And it's the other games I've been playing have been completely left field from that, so I don't know if you guys would like to see them or not. If you would, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up today's KSG gun review. Sorry it was so different, so awkward. I didn't have the gun stats to bring from Synthic. If they are there and I missed them, I'm completely sorry, and I owe you guys all an apology. But hey, hopefully I didn't miss them and I don't look like a dumbass. Anyways, guys, I'm the DJ, and I'll see you sexy beasts in the next episode. Peace.